All week long, we are taking a look at love in the early stages. We've asked a few Studio 5 contributors and friends of the show to share one of the first photos they ever took with their spouse, and if they remember the story behind it. Boyd Matheson is taking a turn today. I'm excited because I recently got to meet your true love. I met Debbie. We had the great fortune of sitting next to the Mathesons, and it was randomly assigned.
It was.
But we ended up right next to you at the Tab Choir concert.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
She was lovely. She was fantastic. I mean, I can support the phrase, she's your better half.
Yep, always, yes. No question about that.
We've had so much fun meeting you. What's one of your favorite things about Debbie?
Her bread.
Thank you.
That's her superpower, for sure.
Yeah.
But she's amazing. She has this ability. She has this empathy for everyone, and she wants it to be fair. And so she's always doing things to show the person who maybe didn't get the love or maybe who was excluded. She's always making sure. She's always watching out. She watches out for the people who may not be watched out for.
I love that. That's a superpower.
It is a superpower.
In and of itself. She's beautiful. You guys are a handsome couple. Let's look at the first photo you were able to provide us. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Cue the photo. Cue the tape. Oh boy! Look, is that your engagement photo?
That is our engagement photo, which was the first photo.
Really?
Yeah.
How did that happen?
We had only gone on a couple of dates, and then we got engaged.
You were one of those stories.
We were one of those, yeah.
So, how did you meet?
We met down at BYU for the one semester I was in school, so it was a good semester because I met Debbie.
You got what you went for?
Yes, so that was great. And I always like to say it was because I made this great meal. I made filet mignon and sautéed mushrooms.
Did you really?
The whole. Yeah, I did. I went really big, but that wasn't it. We sat around after and we were just kind of chit-chatting, and then also we started talking about principles that really mattered to us. And Debbie started kind of going through these things, and I'm like, oh my gosh, these are like all the things I have written down.
You're like, check,
and so I was like, I pulled out my binder. I said, look at this. And so we kind of looked at each other and was like, and so now what do we do? And so we got married.
So you got married. I love it. So really, how
3
long?
months.
3 months, first date to marriage.
Yep.
Oh, I love those stories, actually.
Yeah.
I love them when you can
now
sit
we're 34
here
years
34 years later and say it was the right decision. Oh my gosh, I love that.
8 grandchildren, too.
8 grandkids. And how many kids?
5.
The love story we're celebrating. I love love.
Yeah,
Isn't it fun just
it's
to
the
talk?
best.
We don't often, and I say this every time Valentine's rolls around and we start to have conversations like this, publicly. We don't talk about it enough publicly or celebrate it enough publicly. So thanks for going down that love story hole.
Absolutely.
And I love that photo. Very classic. That's the engagement photo you won't regret.
From the
I'm
the
serious.
80s. Yeah.
No, but it was classic.
But
There
it was
was
good.
nothing of timeless. It was fantastic.